Friends, welcome in RBC Online. I am Dattatreya Raut. In 11th Science Ncert, chapter number 4, I have to deliver the new aspects in the new topics that is known as the kingdom Animalia. Now, in the kingdom Animalia, this chapter number 4, in this the classification of the kingdom Animalia into this kingdom Animalia. So, in the regards of the kingdom Animalia, there are the different types of the animals which are the present around the in the environments. So, these are the not easily to identify, not remember to all the names, so that these are the classified by the scientific manners in the kingdom Animalia. So now in the kingdom Animalia, let's start discussion about the basis of classification part 1. In the basis of classification in RBC Online by Dattatreya Raut, delivering the very important topics: molecular basis of inheritance, heredity and variations, and then human health and diseases. As per the examination point of view, concerning to this Neet and MH-CET and also the Maharashtra state boards, these are the very important to the discuss in the channels. These are the very important points considering the as to the examination point of view. So let us start about the basis of classification. Now in the basis of the classification, in spite of the differences in structure and form of different animals, you know that students, animals which are having their different structure and forms, and in spite of the differences among the different animals are of fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of the cell. You know that fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of the cell. You know that a cell is the structural and functional unit of life. You know that about cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So in the structural and functional unit of life, so there is arrangement of the cells in a various individuals in relation to the arrangement of the cells. Now there are the arrangement, or that is the known as the organization of the cell. In the organization of the cell, cellular structures, cell which are the organized to form the tissue, tissue organized to form the organ coordinates organized to form the organ system, and all organ system are the coordinated to form the organisms. So in the cellular structure, cell, tissue, organ system, and then formation of the organisms. Then a body symmetry, there is a body symmetry, body symmetry, that means the body which are having the equal part, having the two, when there is the symmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. There are the two type of the symmetry: body symmetry, asymmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. There is a three: asymmetry, radial symmetry. What is mean by the radial symmetry? We have to discuss later on, further discussion, further slides. Know about that. Basis of a classification. In the basis of the classification, on the basis of their body symmetry on the basis of their cellular organization, cell organization, tissue organization. In this way, in the classification of the animals which are considered, that is known as the basis of the classification, on which type of the features, fundamental features which are present in the animals, and that will be considered on for the classification. In the basis of the classification, there is the one type, one is the cellular, and another one is the body symmetry. Now this body symmetry is the consider a very important point of view for the classification. In the classification of this further features which are the common in the various individuals, that is known as the a cellular organization, that will be considered to the stem cell. Cellular, there are the different type of the cells. A basic cell is the stem cell, and then now this stem cell which are responsible to the formation of the different type of the cell are the stem cell are the produces the different type of the cell. So producing the cardiac cell which is the present in the heart, a special type of the cell which is the present in the heart, that is known as the cardiac cells. Then another cell is the enterocytes, then which is the fat cells, red blood cells which are the present in the bloods, then epithelial cells, neuron cells, blastocyst cells, then chondrocyte cells. There are the different type of the cell are there produces from the stem cells. Now in the stem cell, after the producing the different type of the cell, now this different type of the cell, look these pictures. Simple squamous, just like to this simple squamous cells, simple cuboidal cells, simple columnar cells, stratified squamous cells, then stratified cuboidal cells, and pseudocyte, that will be a columnar cell. So these the different type of the cell and their shape and their size. These simple squamous, simple cuboidal cell, simple columnar cells, stratified squamous cell, stratified cuboidal cells, they are the different shape and size of the cell which is the present in a different animals. So type of the animal tissue, these are the type of the animal tissue which is the having the different cell. Before you know that about a stem cell. Stem cell is a mother cell, body mother cell, and then to produce the different type of the cell, then organization of the cell, then to formation of the different type of the tissues, simple squamous tissue, simple cuboidal tissue, simple columnar tissues. These different type of the animal tissues are the present in the different animals. Then goes to the symmetry. What is mean by the symmetry? In this symmetry are types of the asymmetry. A radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. In this radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry, now friends, about the types of the symmetry. In the types of the symmetry, the body of animal cannot be divided into the two identical wholes by any plane passing through the central axis is known as the asymmetrical. The body of the animal cannot be divided. Symmetry means the body of animal can be divided into the two identical wholes by any plane passing through the central axis of the body. What is meant by the radial symmetry? the body of animal can be divided into two identical halves by any plane passing through the central axis is known as the radial symmetry. Now the central axis plane of the symmetry, which are the passing through the central axis of the body and then to form the divided into the two identical halves. Then in a bilateral, what is meant by the bilateral symmetry? Now this in bilateral symmetry, the body of animal can be divided into two identical left and right halves by only one plane passing through the central axis. Now look the pictures. Now in the bilateral symmetry, the body of the animals can be divided into two identical left and right halves by only one plane passing through the central axis. That is known as the bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry, which are the passing through any body planes central axis to form the two identical halves. Now these are asymmetry, means a body cannot be divided. Asymmetry, that is known as the none. Asymmetrical or the asymmetry, the body of animal cannot be divided into the two identical halves by any plane passing through the central axis. This is the known as the a type of the symmetry. Now let's to the discuss to about the body cavity. What is meant by the body cavity? In the body cavity, so this presence or the absence of the cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important to in classification. In the body cavity, which is lined by the mesoderm, is called the column. Now here in the body cavity, these are the presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is a very important in classification. The body cavity which is lined by the mesoderm called as the column. Now here coelomates body cavity are the coelomates, pseudo coelomates and the coelomate. There are the three types of the body cavity. Coelomates means a pattern of the digestive system, circulatory system and reproductive system. Just before the discussion about the pattern of the digestive systems, a coelomates means, a pseudo coelomates means, a coelomate means an animal in which the body cavity is absent. A coelomates, a body cavity is absent. A pseudo coelomate, the animal in which the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. So, and coelomate means the animal in which a true body cavity is present, is coelomate. Now we are in pattern of the digestive system, circulatory system and reproductive system. So in the patterns of the which type of the digestive systems are the present? This digestive system is the known as the, so in the patterns of digestive system, in the patterns of circulatory system, in the patterns of the reproductive system. Which type of the reproductive systems are the present? A circulatory system, which type of the circulatory system are the present, and reproductive system, on which patterns are the present, which pattern of the reproductive system, which pattern of the digestive system, which pattern of the circulatory system are the present in those animals that will be considered in the classification of the animals. So in the next regards to the basis of the classification is the germ layers. Now these germ layers, there are the two type of the germ layers, is a diploblastic and the triploblastic. Now these two germinal layers are the present. Ectoderm and the internal is endoderm. Undifferentiated layer is a present in between the ectoderm and mesoderm, that is known as the mesoglia. So in the diploblastic and triploblastic, in a triploblastic there are the three germinal layers are the present. In a diploblastic there are the two germinal layers are the present. In the triploblastic, three germinal layers are the present, that is known as the ectoderm, middle is a mesoderm and inner is the endoderm. So these are the considered at the time of the basis of the classification. Then goes to the segmentation. What is meant by the segmentation? In some animals, body is externally and internally divided into the segments with a serial repetitions of the least some organs. These are the known as the segmentation. Some animals have the segmented body, some animals have the unsegmented body, that will be considered at the time of the classification. On the basis of the classification, now here these are the look the pictures, that is known as the body cavity, Coelomate, Pseudo-Coelomates and the Coelomates. These are the very important at the time of the classification, on the basis of the classification of the animals. So that in the body cavity, segmentation, germ layers, patterns of the reproductive systems, patterns of the circulatory system and patterns of the digestive systems. Now in this these are the look the pictures of the diploblastic and triploblastic, that is a body cavity. You know that in a diploblastic the two germinal layers are the present, and triploblastic these are the three germinal layers are the present. In the diploblastic germinal layers, diploblastic and triploblastic, then goes to the segmentation. These are the segmented body. Some animals which are having the segmentation and some animals which are not having the segmented body, that is known as the unsegmented. The animals body is externally and internally divided into the segments. These are the segmentations regards to the consideration of the basis of the classification. So in regards to the next point of the basis of the classification of these human digestive system, you know that these are the human digestive systems. Then goes to the reproductive system and circulatory systems. They are the patterns of the circulatory systems. Then goes to the circulatory system in humans, human digestive systems, and then male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. These are the pattern of the reproductive systems. So in the pattern of the reproductive systems, which is the very important to the basis of the classification. These are the female reproductive systems, then male reproductive systems. These are the different patterns in different animals that will be considered as the classification of the organisms. Human digestive systems, that will be concerning to the which patterns are the present. Then a circulatory system, it may be open circulatory system or it may be closed circulatory system. Then reproductive systems, male and female reproductive system. So there are the different patterns of the reproductive system, circulatory system and the reproductive system at that time to consider the basis of the classification. These points are to consider at the time of the classification. So now in the cellular level of organization, in the cellular level of organization, in the cellular level of organization, that will be very important to that of cell. You know that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. All member of Animalia are a multicellular, and all of them do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of the cells. All member of Animalia are a multicellular. All of them do not exhibit the same pattern. All animals kingdom Animalia, all member of the animals are having their multicellular bodies, and all of them do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of the cell. Organization of the cell which are not having a same pattern in all type of the animals. There are the very important point to discuss to here, a cellular level of organization. In the cellular level of organization, the cell arranged as loose cell, aggregate cells, that means the cluster cells. Cellular level organization, the cell are arranged as a loose cell or the aggregate cell or the cluster cell. It may show the least division of labor among the cell. It may show the least division of the labor, activities, functions among the cells. It may be show the least division of labors, activities among the cells. So, in this way, in a sponges there is having the a very simple one type of the cell organization, cellular level of organization. So in the cellular level organization, in the sponges, there is a least division of labors, activities among the cell. Then their arrangement is a loose cell or the aggregates cluster forms. Then in the cellular level of organization goes to the in a sponges which are the very important to that of. So in cellular level organization, in this body plan, cell do not form the tissue or the organs, and there is a minimal differentiation and division of labors among the cell. It is found in the porifera, and this minimum level of tissue division of labors among the cells, the cell are arranged as loose cells. These type of the cellular organization which are the shows by the sponges, these are it is found in the porifera. It is found in the porifera and the sponges. So then in this example is the sponges. Then goes to the tissue level of organization. In the tissue level of organization, on the basis of the classification of organisms, the cell performing the same function, are arranged into a tissue, hence is called as the tissue level of organization. A tissue level organization, what means? It means that the cell performing the same function, those cells which are having the same function, are arranged into the tissue that will be aggregate, that will be organized and to form the common type of the functioning cell, are under into the organization to form the tissue, hence are called the tissue level organization. In the tissue level organization, the examples is the member of phylum Porifera like the Coelomate. In a Coelomate, organization of the tissue level. Now the common same functioning cell arranged into the tissue, organize. The member of phylum Porifera. Coelomate is the example, is a very important regards to the examination point of view in Neet examination. These are the coelomate that will be organized in the just before the in cellular organization. Cellular organization, only the mass of the cell, which are the loosely arranged, aggregated. But in the tissue level organization, common functioning cells are arranged into the tissue and hence called as the tissue level of organization. Example is the member of phylum Porifera like the Coelomate. Coelomate is the example of the tissue level of organization. Then in the next one is the goes to the discussion is the organ level of organization. In organ level of organization, there is the formation of organs, common functioning of the tissue. Tissue are grouped together to form organs. In organization of the cells, organization of the tissue, and then organization of the organ levels, tissue are grouped together to form the organs and each specialized for a particular functions. Each specialized for a particular functions. These tissue are grouped together to form the organs and each specialized for a particular function, which are the performing the particular function. Tissue are grouped together to form the organs and each specialized organ for a particular functions. These are the known as the organ level of organization. In the organ level of organization, example is the Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla. Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla are the under the organ of level of organization. Under the organ level of organization, now look the pictures. Phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes, these are the different organs. Grouped tissues are grouped which are having the same functioning, which are having the common functioning, that will be organized and to form the organs. In this organ level of organization, then after the goes to the formation of these different type of the examples. Now to take these examples for your Neet examination is also. So in the level of organization, organ level, organ system then develop after the common organs which are the performing the common function, same function as that concerning to that of same function is under the organization of the organ system. Now here in organ level of organization, there is a group together, tissues are the group together to form the organs. Then marine flatworms hai. Now this which are to tapeworms hai, that will be a goes to the organ level of organization. So that these are very important as per the examination point of view. In the Neet examination and as well as in CET examination, MH-CET examination is a point to ask on the question may be made for the Neet as well as for the MH-CET. Now next one is the organ system level of organization. Organ system level of organization, in that level of organization, organs have associated to form functional system. Each system concerned with a specific physiological functions. Organs have associated to form functional system. Each system concerned with a specific physiological functions. Specific physiological functions to that of is the under the organ system level of organization. Annelids, arthropods, mollusks, then echinoderms and the chordates. These are the organ system level of organization. Annelids, arthropods, mollusks, echinoderms and the chordates. These are under the organ level of organization. So, in this organ system level of organization, phylum Annelida, these are the earthworms. Earthworm is coming under the annelids, organ system level of organization. Then arthropods. In the arthropods, there is the scorpions is the under the arthropods. Then which is the known as the scorpion. Then mollusk. These are the mollusk is the organ system level of organization, which is the known as the mollusk. In this mollusk, snails, then echinoderms, starfish, that is known as the blue starfish, and these are the organization of the organ system level of organization. Then goes to the next one, that is known as the animal body plan. In this animal body plan is the organ system in different group of animals exhibit a various pattern of a complexity. Which type of the complexities are the present? This organ system in different group of animals exhibit the various patterns of the complexity, and this complexity which complexities are the present? One is the blind sac body plans. Blind sac body plan, what is meant by the blind sac body plan? A digestive system is incomplete, having a single opening which acts as mouth as well as anus. Digestive system is incomplete, having a single opening which acts as mouth as well as anus, is known as the blind sac body plan. Blind sac body plan digestive system is incomplete, having a single opening. Having only one opening, and that is known as the blind sac body plan, and which acts as that opening, which acts as the mouth as well as anus, both type of the functions, mouth function as well as anus function, that will be performed by the single opening, is known as the blind sac body plan. The food is ingested and egested through the same opening, that is known as the mouth. Food is the ingested and egested through the same opening, is known as the mouth opening, that is known as the blind sac body plan. In the blind sac body plan, that will be example is the member of phylum Cnidaria. The members of phylum Cnidaria are the under the blind sac body plan, those which are having the single opening which acts as the mouth as well as anus. The food is ingested and egested through the same opening. Then in this phylum Cnidaria, this phylum Cnidaria, that is known as the example is the Hydra. Example is the Hydra. In this Hydra, only a single opening is present. This opening is a mouth. Food is ingested and excreted through the mouth. Same opening, through the same opening is the in a body plan, in a animal body plan is a blind sac body plan. So in the animal body plan, blind sac body plan, then in this way, in this body plan, blind sac which are having the digestive system is incomplete development, partially developed the digestive system, having only a single opening. So in this next to this is the tube within a tube body plan. These are the another animal body plan that is known as the tube within a tube body plans. Tube within a tube body plan, that means the digestive system is a complete, having two separate openings, mouth and anus, usually at opposite ends, is known as the tube within a tube body plan. So in the digestive system is a complete developed, having a two separate openings for separate functioning, for food ingest through the mouth and the excreted nitrogenous waste product are excreted through the anus. These two openings are present at opposite ends, which are present at the opposite ends. Then annelids onwards, all phyla show this type of the body plan. Annelids onwards, all phyla shows this type of the body plan. So these are the fish which are having the separate openings, mouth and anus at opposite ends. These are, look the pictures of this fish on the slides. These are the mouth, these are the separate openings at that opposite ends is anus, which is the present in opposite ends, mouth and anus. These are the complete digestive system which are having the two separate openings, mouth and anus, and in the annelids onwards, all phyla show this type of the body plans. Then goes to the in RBC online. If you like my videos, to subscribe my channels, like my videos, and on my videos, and give me a suggestion to in improvement and in next videos. In RBC online by the route is my channel names. I have to request to all viewers, please to subscribe my channels and like my videos. That will be very important regards to the NEET examination, MH-CET examination. Thank you so much.